Good morning, everyone. Today, we delve into a theological study of Genesis chapter 21, verses 1 through 21, a passage rich with contrasting emotions and divine revelation. We'll explore the themes of laughter in the tent and weeping in the wilderness. This narrative centers on two sons, two mothers, and one omnipresent God who speaks, hears, and sees. Our journey begins by understanding that the timeline of God's promise operates entirely independently of human possibility. Consider Abraham's call at age 75 and the fulfillment of the promise with Isaac's birth when Abraham was 100 years old. That's 25 years of waiting, a testament to God's precise timing. The narrative emphasizes that Isaac's birth wasn't a biological anomaly, but a theological inevitability. God acted exactly as he said, as he had spoken, and at the appointed time. The barrier of 100 years simply served as the backdrop for the divine word to act. God transforms the laughter of doubt into the laughter of fulfillment. In the past, Abraham and Sarah's laughter in Genesis chapter 17 and 18 was rooted in cynicism and fear, questioning, "Shall a child be born to a man who is 100 years old?" Yet, Isaac's very name, Yitzhak, means, he laughs. This becomes the present laughter of Genesis chapter 216, a laughter of pure joy and testimony. Sarah declares, "God has brought me laughter. Everyone who hears will laugh with me." It's a beautiful transformation from disbelief to joyful affirmation. The arrival of the promise, however, exposes the incompatibility of the flesh. In the tent, we see the conflict ignite. Sarah sees Hagar's son, Ishmael, mocking Isaac. This isn't innocent play, it's a direct challenge to the heirship. This leads to Sarah's stark demand, "Cast out this slave woman and her son." This appears ruthless, but it's a fierce protection of the covenant line, an unsettling necessity for the unfolding of God's plan. We also observe how past attempts to force God's hand return as present grief. Abraham was greatly distressed by Sarah's demand because it concerned his son, Ishmael. The root cause of this dilemma stems from the Hagar experiment. In Genesis chapter 16, a human attempt to fulfill the promise 14 years prior. This teaches us a crucial lesson: we cannot solve the knots we tied in the flesh with simple human sentiments. Sometimes, they must be painfully cut. Here, we see a profound truth: the line of the covenant must be preserved. But the outcast is not abandoned. God commands Abraham to listen to Sarah. Through Isaac, the covenant, the redemptive history, shall be named. Yet, for Ishmael, God declares, "I will make a nation of the son of the slave woman also." This is God's general grace. God validates the separation to protect the spiritual lineage, but simultaneously creates a safety net of compassion for the one who is leaving. As Hagar and Ishmael are sent away, we are reminded that human resources are finite, and the wilderness is relentless. Genesis chapter 21, verse 14 tells us that Abraham rose early, providing bread and a skin of water, placing it on Hagar's shoulder along with the child. This was his provision, but Hagar departed and wandered in the wilderness of Beersheba. Abraham's immediate obedience is clear, but his provision, a skin of water, highlights the finite human capacity in a truly desolate setting. In the wilderness, when the water skin runs dry, hope evaporates. This is the crisis. The water is gone, and Hagar places the boy under a bush, waiting for death. She moves, a bow shot away, crying, "Let me not look on the death of the child." Here, the laughter of the tent is replaced by the profound weeping of desolation. This moment vividly portrays human despair when all earthly resources are exhausted. But even in this desolate place, God hears the voice of the boy. While Hagar wept, the text specifically states, God heard the voice of the boy. Ishmael's very name means, God hears, a built-in promise. God isn't limited to the tent, he is present even in the place of abandonment, hearing where he is. The divine command comes, "Arise, lift up the boy." This is a call to faith, requiring Hagar to stand up amidst her despair. What happens next is truly remarkable. Grace opens her eyes to what is already there. God opened her eyes, and she saw a well of water. The well was likely there the whole time, but grief and fear had blinded her. God's intervention was not just a creation of resources, but a revelation of resources. This teaches us that often, God's sustaining grace reveals what is already present, rather than creating something entirely new. This narrative powerfully illustrates that the God of the palace is also the God of the wilderness. Isaac received the covenant. God acted, as he said. Ishmael received compassion. God heard the voice. The outcome is clear. God was with the boy. Being cast out by men does not mean being cast off by God. God's presence and provision extend to all, regardless of their circumstances or location. For those who are waiting, the lesson is clear. Faith relies on the speaker, not the circumstance. Sarah's laughter of fulfillment only came when the appointed time arrived. Her 100 years of age and a dead womb were not obstacles to God, they were the very stage for His glory. God does not run on our biological clock. He acts, as He said, on His perfect timing. For the letting go, we must release our Ishmaels to receive God's Isaac. Abraham had to let go of the son of his own effort to fully embrace the son of promise. We often try to maintain our plan B, our Ishmael, alongside God's plan A, His Isaac. The conflict in the tent teaches us that we cannot inherit the promise while clinging to our own fleshly solutions. True faith sometimes requires a painful cutting of ties with our own past fixes. Finally, for those who are wandering, know that you are seen in your desolate place. Hagar thought she was utterly alone, but God was listening to the boy the whole time. The application for us is this: when human support, our water skin, inevitably fails, divine supply, the well, is revealed. Our water skin will always run dry, but the well is already waiting. May God open your eyes to see it.